Welcome to the Comic Asylum, a stone's throw away from Midway Airport. Today's session, we will be discussing the covers that piqued your interest in comics. Let's start with Corey.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, which one we want to start with first?
Whichever one you want to.
How about one of my favorite books of all time and favorite villains, The Stilt Man.
Yes.
Stilt?
Stilt Man. Not Lady Stilt Man, Stilt Man.
The original.
Daredevil #8. Classic cover. I love it. One of my all-time favorites and would be in my 100 best covers of all time.
First appearance?
First appearance of Stilt Man.
Nice.
My second cover, another classic from the 60s, Amazing Spider-Man #39 with Peter Parker exposed.
Really?
With the Green Goblin.
Yeah, in the air.
Pants down.
I'm here.
Wait a minute. Take my pants down.
No.
Oh, the DC people.
And my last one is Werewolf by Night #9. The villain is the Scarecrow, and the Scarecrow is pulling the werewolf down a manhole cover.
That's
DC?
a cool cover.
No, not DC.
Werewolf.
Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
And the villain is the Scarecrow. Those are three of my favorite classic Marvel covers for this session.
Is it the same Scarecrow as in DC, or is it something they had before? You know what I'm talking about? Batman Scarecrow?
That's a good question, and I'm not sure. It's definitely
Different characters?
Yeah, it's definitely different characters.
They were allowed to do that with each other. If they
Well, the Scarecrow might be because it's been around so long. I mean, if you think about that, it goes back to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Some characters, there's no one has rights to
Right.
because they're just
And Scarecrow is also kind of a generic term that farmers use.
True.
Yeah.
yeah.
So as long as their power sets aren't similar, they can get away with doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know.
Now you want a copyright? Aren't they copyrighted?
I don't think a Scarecrow
The
would-
character?
I
I mean,
Well, they can copyright the character, but
Maybe
That's
the
what I'm talking
likeness
about,
or
yeah.
something, or the artwork.
and that's why you probably don't see a Scarecrow that's like DC and Marvel.
yeah.
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 Okay, thank you. Next up.
Oh, I just had one other question.
Oh, go ahead.
Were they the same? Do you remember who the artists were or anything? I mean, on mine, I don't remember some of the artists. So I was just wondering if they were like the same guys back then, or
Well, I know the Amazing Spider-Man 39 is Steve Ditko.
Yeah.
Because he did,
I've
I
heard
think,
that
the
name.
first 41 or 44 issues.
I thought he
40.
did more than that.
No.
No, okay.
No, it's a very early issues in the 40s, I believe. The other artists, I'm not sure.
yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not good with names either.
We can find out and
Oh yeah, we'll put it up there,
Yeah,
put it up there.
right
Okay.
here.
thank you. All right, let's talk to Oscar next.
All right. So, these three comic books that I'm going to pick for the covers is pretty much, I have a story behind these two. Actually, three of them. The first I'm going to pick is G.I. Joe #21. That's the silent issue. A lot of people call it silent issues, but it's actually called the Silent and True. That's basically the first appearance of Storm Shadow. Now, the cover itself, it's classic. A lot of comics are inspired by this cover. This cover, I believe, it's by Larry Hama. Now, Larry Hama, actually, the story behind this story is this comic is that they want to make sure this comic has such a good illustration on the label. You don't even have to read the, like the bubbles, the lettering, anything like that. And also, what was going on, Larry Hama was also the writer. So what I heard, there was a rumor he didn't have time to write the comic. They're like, okay, #21 is coming up. Pretty much write it, and pretty much he was doing like the editing, the writing, and also the artist.
What year would that be about?
That is 1984.
Wow, even that late.
This actually comic I remember. This is a newsstand actually, and I still have it. It's a newsstand. I actually picked it up from Walgreens.
Wow. Is that one of the ones you brought today?
Yeah, that was the one I brought today, and the thing is like. One day I was watching the G.I. Joe cartoons. And I'm like, man, this is a pretty cool cartoon. So I was shopping with my mom on Walgreens, looked around the aisle, and then I saw this on the bin, GI Joe. Then there was some DC and all this stuff. I'm like, hey, this is a cool cover, Snake Eyes, So I just picked it up, and I'm reading it. I'm like, where's the letters? Where's the writing? And I'm looking through it's all illustration, and I'm like, you know what, this might be a cool comic. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grab this one. At that time, I paid like I think it was like 60 cents.
Wow.
At that time, 1984. That's kind of like a lot of money for a kid because I used to like
Yeah.
save my lunch money.
3 bottle caps.
Yeah, save my lunch money, and I bought it. I told my, hey mom, I want to get this comic, and I'm like sitting there just going through the panels. There's no writing, nothing, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going through it, and it's a cool comic. The reason why it's so cool because the illustration, the way they illustrated it, you don't need to even read it. It's like the way they have it set up. The story is basically like Snake Eyes is rescuing his GI Joes from Cobra. He goes in. It's a silent issue. It's just like no writings.
Wow.
Like,
That's
no
pretty
like
cool.
help, like no any of those bubbles. It's just like writing. He's just going in. He's just going to rescue, and towards the end, he meets up with Storm Shadow, and that's his first appearance. And now Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes in a GI Joe franchise. That's pretty big. So that's my first pick, 1984, and I remember, 1984. I'm probably one of my comics that I picked up when I was early. And when I was coming to like comic collecting.
You couldn't read back then, here, could you?
Actually,
So the pictures were better for you.
yeah, pictures better for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
You always like looking at the pictures.
yeah. I just like
They knew who their audience was.
Yeah. Second,
This is easy.
Second, I'm gonna pick is Spider-Man #1 from 1990. This is from Todd McFarlane. He wrote and illustrated. This is actually again iconic cover. Is one of my favorites. And whenever I see Spider-Man #1, I always pick it up. I have a habit, like if I see this for like,
Well, there's
$5.
another one coming out.
Yeah, well, this is actually the style of it. It's really cool. It got inspired by other comic creators. Whenever they kind of like do their own comic, like Spawn, or not Spawn, but some other artists, they always say inspire or homage to Todd McFarlane. I remember when this comic came out in 1990, it was sold out. I didn't get my first issue till 1992. First day I went in the comic in 1990, I tried every comic store. They're like, oh, it's sold out. Oh, it's sold out. And the thing is that they come out with like the silver cover, the original cover, and the golden cover. They were all sold out. So I'm like, forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and wait for it. So back then, I believe Todd McFarlane was coming out with Spawn in 1992. And I looked at the cover. I'm like, wait, that's almost the same kind of style, he did in the Spider-Man #1. So when I bought Spawn #1, the comic, the guy who sold me Spawn #1, he's like, are you also looking for Spider-Man #1? I'm like, how do you know? He's like, I can tell you like this cover. I was just gonna ask you if you have the Spider-Man #1. I'm like, no, I don't have it. I've been looking for like almost 2 years. He's like, today's your lucky day. I can sell it to you, $10. But I just bought it right away. And,
Like today.
yeah. I mean, the price isn't like, going up for this one, but it's a comic that I really want, since 1990.
And then he said, come on down the basement.
Did you make payments?
I want to interject something about that book. Marvel Super Special with Kiss was the best-selling comic book. It held the record for a long time. Your Todd McFarlane Spider-Man beat that.
Yeah.
And then Jim Lee's X-Men beat Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man.
Right.
And Jim Lee's X-Men, till today, still holds the record for best-selling comic book of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's when they were printing out like 9 million copies.
I would have never guessed that if
comics.
somebody would
Yeah.
have asked me.
And my third one, and this is actually, I actually got this from someone from my family. It's the Superman versus Ali. It came out in 1978. Back then, when it came out, the story is just like, it was the most popular comic at that time because Superman 1 came out, and Ali was on the peak at that time in 1970. So they're like, DC's like, and Whitman, they're like, hey, why don't we make a comic of two of these superstars together? And also the cover is actually has a lot of appearances, the front and the back cover. It has like the audience picture, has I can name like few of
Oh,
them.
you mean like celebrities in the
Celebrities, like right. They had Kojak, they had
audience?
the
Sweet.
Beatles, they had Marilyn Monroe sitting.
Obviously, they weren't really there, but
Yeah, but
yeah, no, I know what
in
you
the
mean.
art
That's pretty
form.
cool.
And first time I saw the comic, I didn't want to touch it. It was just like amazing. I heard some stories about it. And it's an old comic from 1978.
And it's an oversized, right?
It's an oversized treasury comic, exactly. And then, pretty much, I got this comic like in probably like late 80s, and then,
So after it came out.
yeah, like in late 80s, yeah. And the first thing I looked at the picture, I'm like, man, if I had Muhammad Ali sign the comic, that'd be awesome. But at that
Yeah,
time,
it'd be really jerky though.
yeah,
Sorry.
but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look for the next best thing. So luckily, I went to the CTE2. I think this was 2014 in Chicago, McCormick Place, and luckily I bumped into Neil Adams. Well, the thing was that I actually looked at the guest, like who's coming for the comic, panel, and I looked at Neil Adams. I mean, of course, he's the top celebrity, comic artist over there. I'm going through this book, like, okay, I have this comic, and I've stored this comic like probably like in '90s. I'm going through my boxes, I'm like, where is this comic? I found it. Luckily, it was in good condition. It was just how it was, and then I, basically took it to the CTE2 show. And I remember when Neil Adams saw this comic, he's like, "Oh, this is in such a good condition."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Yes, I mean, I've saved it for you to sign."
Oh,
And he's like,
So when he signed it, did you get some kind of certificate of authenticity or a photo with him, or?
"I have a photo with him," and my friend was standing right behind me, and she was just like, she doesn't know too much about artists. I'm like, "That's Neil Adams." Neil Adams, and she's like,
yeah, that's what I would say too.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
I don't know.
Yeah.
and,
What
and
do
I'm
you
I hate
like,
to say that.
What do you charge us for an autograph?
"Oh, he didn't charge me anything."
They were free?
Yeah.
They were signed for free back then?
No, it was just one copy free.
And then she said, "Why?
wow.
Why is his pants off?"
Well, I mean, I did
He's
take
an
a
artist.
picture. Yeah, I mean, I did take a picture, and
My.
I had like actually, I had two of the comics signed. This was one of them, and the other one was the first appearance of Clay. Oh no, not Clay. The Two Face. The first silver appearance of he also did the art on the cover on that one too. So he signed it. I took a picture, not with him, but while he was signing it, I'm like, told my friend, just take the picture now. So I'm just standing there, and I can probably show you here.
Were you wearing the shades too?
No, I wasn't.
And a
wearing
baseball
shades.
cap?
Yeah, if you have that picture, definitely make sure you put
Yeah.
it right there.
Yeah, it'd be posted right here.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Looks like that book looks like a giant coloring book. The
It kinda
cover, that's what it
does.
looks like.
Yeah,
Reminds me of a giant coloring book.
it is. It's about this size.
The cover, yeah.
And it's a big it's a big size.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I have to check now with CGC, but at that time when I first contacted them, they weren't like slabbing it. They're like, "Oh, it's too big. We only do the magazine size." But I'm gonna try to contact CGC now again. Hopefully they slab the comic, but it's signed by Neil Adams. It's in a good condition.
Right.
I've saved that comic for like almost like more than a decade.
If they can make money, I'm sure they'll do it.
Yeah, but
Probably cost you what, $500? They would
There
say.
is no doubt about it that
Easy.
they now CGC Treasury editions, because I have seen them CGC'd.
What does it cost for something like that?
I don't know.
You know?
I
Depends on the price of the book, right? I mean, what they value it at.
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is a whole other issue and a whole other problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be addressed on this channel at some point.
And also, he
We'll
has
discuss that at a later
he has to get it
Yeah.
authenticized, has
Stay
to find out
tuned.
if it's real and everything.
Well, comic book, they can look at
yeah.
a
They got people there that
they
can
can
do
look
it.
at an autograph and tell if it fits the pattern of
The real
artist.
signature, yeah.
Yeah.
When if you're getting it graded, they'll know. They'll
but it
figure
would
out.
be nice with a
Yeah,
photo
yeah.
holding the book. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, hopefully CGC is listening. Hopefully they do the grading for the Treasury comic. I do have a lot of Treasury comics that I do want to get graded, but
Is he still alive, Neil Adams?
Oh, he passed away
I don't remember. Did
3
he?
years ago.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the older artists are gone.
Yeah, you see them a lot in the comic books.
Yeah, it's like usually
memorials.
exactly like towards the back of the book it says
Yep.
like tribute to, and then
George Perez passed away
Well,
last year.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Sam Keith passed away.
yeah, the Hulk creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
Mentioned
created all?
earlier,
Well,
yeah.
not created
No.
Hulk, but he did most of the.
Okay.
His
80s
big
stuff.
creation was the Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the Max.
Yeah, he did the Max.
For Image.
Wow.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for your response. Next up, Louie.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I've got
the last.
4 that I kind of figured out. I mean, I haven't been collecting or anything for a long time, so a lot of the older stuff I don't even know. But from the stuff that I have lately, let's see. One of the best ones I've seen is from the Spider-Man Superman #1. It's by artist is DNA. Doesn't really know his actual name. But DNA's, I mean, his initials are on these things. And it's weird because a lot of cover art that I like, my eye is drawn to, ends up being this guy. I see that DNA all the time. But it's basically a 2-color, the blue and the red, with Spider-Man and Superman on it. And, Spider-Man, he's got a web that's kind of looping through it and stuff like that. But the thing I like about it is the color kind of mingles with the characters and the background. And it reminds me of some of the projects we had to do in art school and stuff, like design projects and stuff. We had to make things as simple as possible. And, you bring it up there, make it simpler. Bring it up there, make it simpler. But I really like those a lot.
Yeah, the artist's name is David Nakayama. That's why they call
Okay.
it short as DNA.
Nice.
He's an artist from Honolulu.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's very popular.
Yeah. No, I really like his
I'm a
stuff.
fan of his too.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I mean, that one that we bought, that one that was comic that place in New York was putting it out. It was an exclusive for the store
Midtown.
variant.
Midtown.
Yeah, something like that. There was their exclusive variant.
Right.
He and I bought one. It was a cover, and but we had to buy it online because nobody else had it. But
Yeah.
let's see. So yeah, that one I really like, basically because of the design and the color and stuff. I just like stuff that's really simple like that, and it's well drawn. Let's see. I've got the other one. I don't have this because I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. Is Captain Marvel #1, J. Scott Campbell. Yeah, one of his. I guess he did 5. Something I learned from trying to find a picture of that cover online. But I originally saw that cover in the store, and really liked it. I just like the fact that he doesn't over exaggerate female form. He just did a really good job. And it's the cover I'm talking about is Captain Marvel is climbing into an F-15 fighter, and Ron will show it right here when he edits the copy. But it's just one of my favorites. Some people might not like it, but I think it's a lot of people's favorites because when I was looking around for it, you could find the other 4 covers pretty well, but that one of the 5 is the hardest one to find. Yeah. And it's not cheap either. I think the cheapest I found it was for like $169 graded, but there were no ungraded copies that I could find on eBay.
Yeah, actually, that's a good deal for 169. What grade was it?
9.8.
Oh, that's perfect.
When did that book come out?
Yeah,
It came out with what?
Probably.
2018, 2019.
Yeah, probably 7 to 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It's not that old.
No, it's not that old. Let's see.
For some reason, there's just not a lot of them around. All the other books seem to be available, and I think it's a total.
Yeah.
I think it's a total of 6
Okay, I saw
because
5.
there's 4 different cover. No, there's 5 different covers, but the one with her climbing into the jet is not part of the. There's another book that has all the covers combined.
Right, I saw that.
But the climbing into the jet.
She was on that. The one that has the cover and has all 5 of them on there. I saw that cover, but I thought that she was on that one too.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I'd have to look again. But let's see. My favorite cover that I have of all the covers I have is Batman Catwoman. Well, I think Tom King wrote the series, and it's not too long a series ago, and it was like 12 or 13 books. But the very first one, it's the cover of #1. It's also the cover of the paperback that they put out, with all the issues combined. And it's got, and I actually bought a poster of it that Corey was kind to sell me from his store. And that's my favorite. It has Batman with Catwoman, on his back, with her hands over his shoulder.
He'll sell the
like that.
DC stuff with no problems.
Huh?
He'll sell the DC stuff with no problem.
That's fine with me. I'll buy it.
Yeah, actually, I do have
that
that.
cover is awesome. I got it hanging in my. That's like the only comic book cover or any comic book thing that I have hanging on my walls.
I
Is that
think I
cover.
might have found another one of those.
Really, the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got.
I don't know how, because they usually only send one promotional item to a store.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to have it. That's like my favorite.
So
I mean, I would put that anywhere. But then the other one that I was going to mention is this just caught my attention. This book's not even out yet as we're recording this. Is a Spider-Man. I think it's called Long Way Home or something like that. And it just caught my attention when I was on the internet. I was looking through, what was coming up in this week and next week, and I'm scrolling through all the books and stuff, and I'm like, bang! It had the Hulk on it. It's got the Punisher, and it's got Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool combo right there. But the artwork is excellent. I just love the way he did it. He's got the Hulk and he's got, the Punisher in the middle and Spider-Man down the bottom. And the design is just great.
Yeah.
And I just really like that cover. I mean, for something that's not out and something that just caught my attention, I didn't even know that book was coming out. So I'll definitely be checking that book out, basically because of the cover. Something else we were talking about.
And where will you be purchasing this book?
Well, hopefully at the Comic Asylum. If he orders enough, you never know. I didn't know a month or 3 months ago that it was coming out, so I don't know if I'll get one.
We
Hopefully
just
I will.
assumed, that's always a good idea,
Well, I don't even know half the stuff that's coming out until a week or two beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Even those books that we get, like the free books that you give us.
They usually got them in there.
Nah, not everything. I don't remember seeing this Spider-Man book. I would have recognized that because I go through those page by page.
I did
And,
too.
if there's something
They got
I
some
want,
good
I'll
stuff
send them
coming
a
out,
text
yeah.
message or something. And the problem with that, sometimes it's 4 or 5 months ahead of time.
Right.
And
sometimes they get delayed too.
Yeah.
So
Well, talk about delayed.
Yeah.
Batman hushed.
Right.
Hey, Corey they always get the books on time. Don't you, Corey?
Well, it's not always Corey that gets the books on time. It's when Marvel
When they send it to him, yeah.
tried to publish them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you.
You're
Paul,
welcome.
would you like to continue?
Oh, I thought you forgot about me.
We did.
I was going to.
Skip. Well, that's easy.
We do have to get you back into your room shortly.
It's getting late.
This is where we insert a love doll.
Oh. All right. The first one is Amazing Spider-Man 40, The Death of the Green Goblin. Corey mentioned 39. I think 40 is a better looking cover. Because
Wrong answer.
the good guy wins on that cover, by the way.
Wrong answer.
My opinion.
I'm going to correct him. The Death of Green Goblin is Amazing Spider-Man 122.
Okay.
No, it's the death of Harry Osborn in that issue in 40.
Aren't they the same guy?
Harry Osborn was the original one.
I'm kidding.
According, we'll have to look at the book, but according to the thing, the last time I read it was. When was the last time you read the book?
A long time ago, but I'm pretty sure it's the Death of the Green Goblin issue.
We will get
122.
somebody correcting if there's a.
We
if
could
there's a-
verify
And it'll
it.
be right here.
We could verify
You
it.
could bring it up.
We could verify that in a minute.
What does it tell you about the book?
Get your facts straight.
End of the Green Goblin. That's what it says.
Should I go on to my next book?
Yeah.
It's up to you, really. I mean,
My next book,
Is that your defense?
it's a beautiful cover too. Anyway,
End of the Green Goblin.
Nice comeback.
Ghost Rider 16. I like that issue because it's blood water. It's with the Ghost Rider in the water with the giant shark in there. It's a real sharp looking cover.
With a giant shark?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like Jaws, but it's a big shark.
Did that come out around the same time as the movie came out?
No, it was issue 16. That was from the 75, I think it came
Yeah,
out.
Jaws came
I
out
think
about that
yeah,
time.
maybe. I think it was 75.
Yeah.
And then the first appearance of Ghost Rider was Marvel Spotlight 5. Another one of my favorite books that I have. I always like the cover. It's a black cover, so it's a hard cover to find in real nice shape. Because anytime there's a little nick or anything, it shows in the borders and
Yep.
it really stands out. but it's a sharp looking book, and it's a pricey book. I seen a 1.2 going for $800
Wow.
for 1.2, and I know mine's at least a 6 or 7.
Wow.
If it was graded.
That's like that Amazing Spider-Man, the first appearance of Green Goblin. That one was a 1.2 going for.
Yeah, the one Oscar has. It's a very nice. It's about 1.2. Nah, it might be. Might
I
be
don't
a
think
2
I've
or
ever
3.
seen. Wait, I did see that
Yeah.
book.
What are you
once before.
talking about? That's like a good 6.0.
It's missing a page. Did you look at that book?
I looked
He doesn't
at
even look at it. He didn't look at it. He didn't see
Sorry.
that. Anywho, I'm around one of my books. But anyway, a big Ghost Rider fan, but that's a real nice book.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys.